Hey there, today I'm trying out a new Cabal list. Well, at least it's new to me as I try out Sin's leadership, and she and her crew will be taking on the X-Force. My name is Nate, and welcome to the Gamers Guild. Today, Justin is back with me for another game as we both try affiliations, or at least leaderships, that are new to us. Justin ended up with priority and selected the Inheritor Portal's secure objective, and I ended up choosing the Spider-Infected extraction objective. So Sin's leadership will come in handy some, but the portals don't make it fully as potent as it could be. For Sin's Cabal, I'm bringing, well, Sin, Crossbones, Viper, Baron Zemo, Bob, and Killmonger. For tactic cards, I'm bringing Medpack, Brace for Impact, Illicit Tech, to Ashen Cinder, and Usurp the Throne. I'm hoping that with a lot of these characters I can spread out and score points quicker than Justin can kill me. And with that, let's see what he is bringing.
Alright, so today I'm bringing X-Force. These are the new pieces. I wanted to get them on the table, give them a try. I'm probably going to mess up with the rules on them. Don't lambast me in the comments, please. But yeah, it should be a fun list. They're very aggressive. I wanted to kind of show that on the table here, and we've got a very clustered tabletop with all of the objectives kind of tightly packed on the two ends of the board, so it should be a bloodbath. That's the goal, at least. So pieces I'm bringing today are Cabal, obviously, and then my core of Domino and Deadpool to fill out the affiliation. And from outside of the affiliation, I'm bringing Baron Zemo, just because extra rerolls are always nice. And Medusa, because she is a monster, and it's hard to deny her awesomeness.
So Justin is certainly bringing the firepower to lay out some serious hurt, and we'll see if I can hold out long enough to score some objectives before I'm just dead. Taking a look at the board, all of the light posts will be size 1, the cars and dumpsters will be size 2, the market stands and taco trucks will be size 3, with the dump truck and statue being size 4. And with all of that covered, let's get into deployment and the game. Alright, and here is the board. Over on my right, Justin's left, I've got Crossbones, Sin, and Zemo all lined up with Bob and Viper in the middle, and Killmonger just kind of holding this far flank all on his own, who is matched up against Deadpool, along with Medusa and Cabal, who are kind of holding the center for Justin, and Zemo and Domino moving up my right side. And with that, we'll get into round number 1.
Yeah, I'm going to use my cat and mouse to move Cabal up there, within 2. For free. Deadpool's going to sprint right in front of the Gamers Guild. Stop there. He will spend his 1 power to interact and pick up the Spider-Infected. Then I will use his other move come up here behind the card.
Deadpool done?
Deadpool's done.
Alright, so my first activation is going to be Killmonger. We're going to move up, spend a power to snag his own Spider-Infected, and then he's just going to join Deadpool on top of that point. And I'm assuming that's within range 1 pretty easily. And that'll be Killmonger done.
I'm going to activate Medusa, who will move up here to the street corner. Then I will use my Braid Bash on Killmonger, try and knock him away from that point.
Absolutely. I've got my 4 physical defense, and I do have cover since I'm on top of that car. Versus 5 dice with a reroll. Got a crit.
They get a crit.
And you get a reroll.
There's my reroll.
for a whole
Nice.
2.
2 whole damage.
All right, Killmonger, you need to block 1 and not roll a bunch of skulls. We block 1, and then we will use the cover to block another.
All right. And it did not deal damage, so I do not get to push you. And I did not get a wild, and did not get any flurry.
So that'll be Medusa done. All right, I'm going to go with Zemo, and he is just going to go ahead and double book it because Cabal is terrifying. And we're going to get within range 1 on the other side of this spider portal. She's got plenty of movement range to do so. And he's going to spend a power to interact. So this will be 3 dice. Got the 1, but I also did get a skull. So you get to place me within range 2 of my current position.
I think I might just get you closer.
I don't like it, but it makes sense.
Like so.
Cool. So Zemo will end up there. That is claimed for the Cabal, and Zemo's activation is over.
I'm going to go ahead and activate Zemo. I'm just going to sneak around the side of the car there. And he will strike onto his dastardly evil cousin counterpart.
Well, we are the Cabal. Did you get a crit?
skulls.
Got your reroll.
So that is, so you can't reroll the skulls.
You can reroll your blank.
Reroll the blank. No skull.
And no X-Force rerolls for you to use there.
Nope.
So going up against 3. Block none of it, so Zemo will take 3. Anything else for your Zemo?
Let's see. Zemo doesn't really have any powers or abilities to use, so no, he's good.
All right. No objective?
Oh, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I will spend 1 to pick up the spider.
Absolutely. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go with Crossbones. 'Cause slow and steady is still good. So we're going to double move him. We want to make sure we're staying within range 4. Actually, it doesn't matter this time. So we just really need to stay within range 1 of the objective, which I think he'll be doing no matter what, pretty much. Yeah. So we'll go to right there. He'll spend his power to pick up the spider infected, and Crossbones will be done.
Alright, I'm going to move Domino up the battlefield. Then I will we'll just take an automatic pistol shot at Crossbones.
Absolutely. Do you want to use your X-Force reroll?
I will use my X-Force reroll.
I guess you could see my dice first, technically. Worked out. Crossbones is going to block 2 and take 1. So I've got 1 aggressive trigger on the stack, but Justin's rapid fire will happen first with Domino. So this is the second attack. Just 2.
2.
And you've used your X-Force reroll, so it's just the 2. And Crossbones will block that 2. So I do get 1 aggressive trigger, which I will absolutely take advantage of, and we will come back after that move has been resolved. And this is where Crossbones ended up after his short advance. And then my next activation is just going to be Viper. She is going to move once to get over here. We will spend a power to roll 3 dice and see if we can score another inhibitor portal. So just 3 dice. Got it in all the results that we could ever want. And no skulls this time, so Justin doesn't get to dictate where I go.
That is sad.
It's wonderful is what it is. And Viper, knowing that there's a brawl over here, is going to join that fight. So she's going to advance long. And that will be Viper's activation done. Alright, I'm going to go with Bob here. We're going to go ahead and advance his medium. And I don't think anybody is within his range 4 yet. Nope, Cabal is just out of range. So Bob is going to move again. Oh, Bob, where do you want to go? I think Bob is just going to end up in cover by the dumpster. And that is Bob's activation done.
Alright, the time for meekness is gone. Cabal spends 2 power to body slide 1 step to there.
Absolutely.
Then he's got 2 actions to blast away.
Right, so who's that first one going to go into?
First one's going to go into Zemo.
Yep. No cover any shenanigans for me.
5 die plasma rifle.
Not looking great. Before you decide whether you want to use the Remo or not, I will roll Zemo. Zemo's got a crit. So I'm currently blocking 1, so you can risk your reroll, but Zemo also has 1.
Yeah, I might as well.
Cool. It's a no. Zemo's blocking, so he will not bother.
But that's okay. I will take a second shot at him.
All right. Round 2. 2 this time, and does get that very devastating wild. So Zemo will block it. You have no rerolls or any shenanigans.
No rerolls. I'm not in range of Zemo.
So no damage, but he does get the devastating incinerate. Anything else?
That's all. He's out of power.
Well, looking at the state of the board at this moment, I know that I am not going to beat Justin in an all-out brawl, so I'm going to go for the points war. And I'm going to just double move Sin, hoping that her medium is enough, and it is. So we will go right over here, and she will spend her lone power and pick up the last spider infected. And that should be the round. All right, so at the end of round number 1, I am scoring 5 points thanks to Crossbones, Killmonger, and Sin all holding infected, while I hold 2 of the inheritor portals. Justin didn't claim any of the portals, but his Zemo and Daredevil both have them, so he's going to score 2. So the round 1, Cabal is up 5-2. Okay, so I am now going to resolve Sin's leadership, which is new. So I'm going to roll a die for each contested objective. So that is going to be for Deadpool. I'm going to roll 1 die. On a crit hit or a wild, I get to push him short. Do not. And then similarly, because my Zemo is within range 2 of your Zemo, who is holding an objective token, I'm going to roll a dice. I guess we'll also do this for Deadpool since he's holding 1. And on a crit hit and a wild, you drop it. So for Zemo, nope. And for your Deadpool, yes. So Deadpool will drop his spider infected, and we'll just put it further away over here. And with that, we will go into round number 2. So before anything else happens after the power phase, we're going to roll for our spider infected. Justin only has the 1 with Zemo currently, so he's going to roll 1 die, and nothing happens. Alright, so I get to go down the line of my characters. I'm going to start with Crossbones, who you do get to make a short advance with. Where's he going?
Where do I want to put him? Put him away. I'm going to bring him close.
We'll come back.
Yeah, I decided that we're just going to get him out of the picture, right to the edge of the map.
All right, and with that, I'm going to roll for Killmonger, who also you get to push short.
This one, I think we're going to take the same tactic because I am kind of terrified of him. And we'll push him. I don't want you within one of that.
He's already got one, so you can't pick up a second.
You make a good point. So in that case, we will just push him directly back. Like so.
Cool. And then finally, let's see if Sin's going to move at all. Also, yes. So where would you like Sin to go?
So I've decided to just laterally move her this way, kind of sidle her up next to Bob.
All right. And with that, we'll actually go into round number 2.
Right, I'm going to start with Baron Zemo. He's got a little bit of power, so I'm actually going to spend 2 of it to Steel Rush on his evil, dastardly counterpart. Alright. 6-die physical.
Oof.
Alright, roll in my crit. And then use the Zemo reroll.
And total of 5?
Total of 5.
All right, well, my Zemo's only got 2, so even with... I guess I can crit out and go crazy. So rolling my 2 in, and no. So Zemo will take his remaining 2 damage and be dazed.
Then I have the advanced move after that is resolved.
Yep.
So I'll go ahead and put myself right there. And then from that point, I will, after I move, I'm going to use my second action to just do a basic strike into Viper. 5 that physical. Roll in my crit. And then Baron Zemo reroll. And the X-Force reroll.
Might as well. Total of 4.
Yep.
Alright. Viper has her 3. Not enough power for her Coiled Serpent, unfortunately. But she's starting by blocking 2. Blocks 2. Takes 2.
That gets Zemo 2 power. And I will spend 1 of that power to roll for the point.
Yep.
Energy defense.
You get it, because I have nobody contesting, unfortunately.
And that is Zemo.
Alright, so I'm going to go with Viper, and we're going to go ahead and spend 3 for the Viper Strike. 6 dice physical attack lets myself get placed, and if I get a wild, I get to put all sorts of nasty conditions onto your Zemo. So, no, a terrible roll so far. Did get the wild though, so at the very least you'll be stunned and slowed, but I've only got 2 successful results.
Roll my defense.
And you
I've
block it
got
already.
Yeah.
Alright, so we will stun and slow your Zemo and place Viper within 1. So we'll just go to over here, and then we'll do a normal strike, go for the poison on a wild, but really just hoping to get a little bit of power back. So we'll go 5 dice, a little bit better, I've got 3 this time, and you will be poisoned at the end of it all.
Once again, there's my Zemo reroll.
Might as well. Alright, so 1 gets through.
And then after that, I'm actually going to spend 2 of my power on a counter strike.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
4 dice.
4 dice.
2 damage in. So Viper is not happy with how that ended. Let's see if there's anything I need to do here. Alright, so Viper, she's got 3 power, so we're going to spend 1, and we're going to attempt to interact with the point. She will need 2 results on 3 dice because of Zemo being healthy and still there, annoyingly. She does not get it, but also doesn't get any skulls. And then her activation is just going to be over.
Alright, I think I'm going to activate Domino. I'm going to try and splash some damage off of Bob onto Sin with a grenade bounce.
Absolutely.
Spend 1 power. And this ignores line of sight and cover. Also immediately applies Incinerate. Oh my goodness. Rolling my 3 crits.
5?
Hold off on using the X-Force reroll.
Yeah, I don't think you'll need it here.
Probably not.
I mean, you can see what I roll first anyway. So Bob gets his 2. I do not get to explode crits against Domino, so he's only blocking 1 and takes 3, ultimately, because he gets dazed.
Tragically, I didn't hit a wild, so I didn't splash any damage.
Oh no.
I'm just going to automatic pistol fire into Viper.
Absolutely.
Pew pew.
Just 1.
That is just 1.
You've still got your X-Force reroll.
I can...
And you can,
I'm going to
probability
manipulate to flip that. Is it a crit?
Yep.
Yes.
And you get to roll in an extra crit now. Or from the crit.
Yeah, nothing.
That doesn't help.
I only need
so I'll
1,
roll my
so
3. I don't get it, so that will be enough.
And that does generate 1 power. And that is Domino.
Alright, well, I gotta get Crossbones in from the cold, so I'm gonna spend 2 power and do his overpower, which is range 3, giving me plenty of room to get in on Zemo and roll 5 dice. No wild yet. No wild at all. Just 2 hits, actually.
Yeah, roll defense.
Got yourself a crit.
And
And you get your
Zemo
reroll.
reroll and get it.
Alright, so you block it all. Crossbones does get to place himself within range 1 of the target, so he will end up right there. And then we'll just throw a 5 dice strike into Zemo, because something's got to give. 2. Blocking 1.
Reroll.
Alright, get 1 through.
And then I will spend 2 on another counterattack.
Absolutely.
Get 2.
Get 2 more. Crossbones will take 2. And that'll be Crossbones done.
Alright, I'm going to start with Cabal. I'm going to kick it off with spending my 2 power on Omega level threat to pick up this dumpster and throw it into Sin.
Absolutely. So Sin will make a dodge roll here. Blocks 1, takes 2 of it.
Then for my first action, I will take a plasma rifle shot into her.
Absolutely. 3 with a wild. Do you want to use your X-Force? I guess let me roll my first. Blocking 2.
So you will only be taking 1.
At the moment.
Yeah, I'll spend the reroll.
Cool.
Nothing.
Alright, so Sin takes 1, but very importantly is also now burning alive. And you've got 1 more action left.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and shoot into her again.
Makes sense. 2 more. I've got only 2 dice now, so I'll block 1 of it and take 1 more damage. Leaving her, dazed. Because she does not have a lot of health. So she will drop a spider infected.
We'll just go ahead and put that here on Cabal, and he will spend his last power to pick that up.
Absolutely.
Actually, he got another power from doing damage to you, so he has 1 power currently.
Ouch. This is rough. Cabal done, please.
That was both shots. He's spent on powers. Yes, that is Cabal done. Alright, I'm going to go with Medusa. She is going to move. I'm just going to get within 1 of the portal. Then I will target Killmonger with a Braid Bash. This is a 5-die physical. I'll roll in the crit.
And she gets a reroll.
And her Inhumans reroll.
And do you want to use, I guess you can see my...
Yeah, let's see yours first.
Killmonger does have 4 physical defense.
There you go.
A couple crits. So just a couple crits.
So I will definitely use the X-Force reroll. And
You
get
got
that
your
one.
one. And more importantly, a wild.
So that does trigger the flurry, so I get a second attack.
Yep. 2 more.
Use my Inhumans reroll for 2.
Alright. Killmonger blocks it.
Fine, but he does get pushed.
I do get pushed, along with taking 1 damage.
And finally, Medusa, who actually gained 1 power there, she's going to spend that power on interacting with the spider portal.
Yep. Rolling 3. Doesn't get it, and gets placed within range 2. So I will come back after that has been resolved. Alright, so I'm a little bit nervous about you getting too close by placing you within 2 super close to me. So we're just going to get you up to right here. If you want to move it out real quick, which should definitely not be within range 1 easily, but still getting you a little bit closer to Killmonger. Alright, so I'm going to go with Killmonger. He's going to spend his 2 power, and I'd love to go into Deadpool, but I really also don't want to give Justin priority after all my characters dazed over there. So we're going to go into Medusa with a 5-dice Vibranium weapons. So I do get the Pierce on a wild. That attack just does nothing. I don't have any power to convert, so I'm going to make it again. I'm going to add 2 dice this time for a 7-dice energy attack in Medusa. And it treats me a little bit better. There we go. So we've got 5 with a Pierce now.
Gross. Yeah. Hey, that helps.
Ouch.
And I
Goodness.
will use my Inhumans reroll. Then get 3 blocks.
I'll
out of
pierce
5.
1 of them, so you'll take 3.
Yep.
Alright, and that is all Killmonger is capable of.
Alright, only got 1 guy left. Deadpool. He is going to stab into Killmonger. Try and build a little power.
Absolutely. Call that one cocked.
Yeah.
One a few times. So just 1.
Well, he does no karate.
He does no karate. It doesn't help.
Yeah.
I'll let you see mine before you decide if you want to reroll 1 more. I'm blocking 2, so...
Nope. Then after that, I will stab again.
Yep. Better this time.
Much better. And then now I know karate and X-Force.
Might as well. Still 4. I only block 1, so Killmonger will take 3.
And then that gains me 3 power, which I will immediately spend. 3 power on Merc with a Mouth to make him lose 2 power.
Yep, going from 6 to 4.
And then I will spend my last power on contesting the objective.
Yep, roll those dice. Gets it easily. Alright, so this is going to be a come-about turn for the points. And that is the end of round number 2. Alright, so at the end of round, with the scoring and stuff, Justin's going to score 4. He's got 2 spider infected, and he's got the flanking secures, while I still have my back one here, and Killmonger and Crossbones are barely holding on to their own spider infected. So I'm going to go up by 2. Justin will go up by 4 as we go into round number 3. All right, so I'm going to start using Sin's objective stuff and start rolling. So first we're going to see if I can push Zemo off of the point. I cannot. Does Zemo drop his objective? He does. So we will have Zemo drop his spider-infected. I think we'll put it in between Viper and my Zemo, just to give myself some flexibility and options, because it seems like it's going to be very needed. And that is all Sin's leadership can do, because Cabal is outside of 2. Nobody over there is holding the spider-infected that it matters. So with that, we'll just go into round number 3. Alright, at the beginning of round 3, we're going to do some dice rolling for objective holding characters with spiders. So Crossbones does not have to move, and Killmonger does not have to move. You won't have to roll for your Zemo because he dropped it last turn, but Cabal might have to move. Cabal does have to move, and that is a very easy decision point for me as soon as I find my short movement tool. Alright, found it, and we're going to just advance Cabal up to the point where he is within range 2. That's terrible, because then you get rerolls. But that's life. We'll roll with it. So we'll end Cabal right there as we go into 3 with me having priority. Alright, so top of round 3, I'm going to go with Sin. She's going to spend 2 power for hit and run. Or I guess first she spends 1 power to gain access to illicit tech, and specifically the X-Bow Sin, or S-I-N, plasma rifle. So the Crossbones Sin plasma rifle attack is now available, and then she spends 2 for the hit and run, and she's going to make that shot at Cabal, who is now within 2 of, well, all of your characters on this side of the board. So, 6 dice going into Cabal. I'm guessing he's about to buff up.
He will definitely pay the 2 for the telekinetic shield.
Absolutely.
Defense to 5.
So I've got 6 dice. Here we go, Sin.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so 5, 6, 7.
That is a very good roll. That's
Blocking
also
3.
Pretty good. I can't take advantage of Zemo's reroll because
They're all skulls.
they're all skulls.
Alright, so you will take 4.
Ow.
And thankfully, Sin actually gets to gain power off of that attack, which is especially disgusting. And all 3 targets, or all 3 of those guys, are going to be incinerated. And Sin gets to make a advance. And we'll just put her over here in the middle of everything that's going on. And now I've got some thinking to do. Alright, so I'm going to go with Sin. We're going to do Make It Personal for 4 power, since she just got so much generously from Cabal. We're going to put this into Domino, because hopefully it can wipe her off before the end of her activation. So 6 dice, no exploding crits, but I do get the crit and wild that I need to make it personal. So this will be 4 hits.
And I have 1 block, so I take 3.
1 block. I think we're both... You're not within your Zemo. I'm within my Zemo, though.
Yeah.
So I'll get a reroll and go ahead and get another one in there for a total of 4 damage. And then because it's personal, we get to do it again. And this time it's a mystic attack, not that it matters for Domino. Does Cabal want to help out?
I don't think you can afford it.
Alright, so here we go again. No exploding crits, but I do get 4 results, and I'll go ahead and Zemo reroll the block into 5.
Well, I will spend 1 power on flipping this to a crit. I don't think this matters.
No, I was about to say you could just save your power.
Well, save her power, and she will get dazed.
Yep. Alright, so Sin, pretty successful feeling there. She will then trigger Partners in Crime at the end of her activation, as long as she is within range 4 of a allied Crossbones. Crossbones now gets to activate, and we'll hope that he can put a solid pounding on somebody. So Crossbones' first action is going to be a strike, But first, I'm going to spend the 4 power for Haymaker, so it's an 8 dice strike. Is Zemo getting backed up by Cabal this time?
Zemo will get backed up by Cabal.
All right, so we've got 8 dice going into 4 because Zemo is incinerated. And I dropped a dice. Well, thankfully, crits do matter against Zemo.
Oh my goodness.
Revenge of the Cabal. Oh, those were terrible. We'll get the Zemo reroll in. That doesn't add anything either. But that's still a successful 6 results.
Well, I'm rolling 4 defense. I do have a reroll.
Please no.
Make it.
All right.
Nope, nothing. Not a thing.
So we'll deal 3 to Zemo.
Yes, 3 is what he had left.
All right. Crossbones will gain 3 power.
Joke's on you. All those conditions are going away.
That's true. Well, Crossbones unfortunately doesn't have enough power for another Haymaker, which would have been swell. So we're going to stand there. We're going to start by spending 1 and trying to flip the point with my measly 2 dice. You know what? No, that's a terrible decision. We're going to throw a 5 dice strike into Cabal before we do anything else, because if I get placed outside of the bubble, it's real sad. So 5 dice versus his 2 at the moment. Does Cabal want to spend any power?
Yes. Yes, you will.
All right. 5 dice coming in. Decent roll. Crossbones gets 5.
It was 1 away from max. It was pretty decent.
Yep.
That is, yeah.
You block 5 of the 5.
Yeah, I block it all.
All right. Well, Crossbones will now spend the 1. After that, just terrible change of events, and we will at least be claiming this back for the bad guys. And that will be Crossbones activation done as well.
Alright, activating Cabal. I am going to target Zemo with a plasma rifle shot. 2 crits.
Decent start. Strong finish. I was about to say, you can see my roll first. So I do get a crit myself. And Zemo reroll. So only blocking 1.
So I'm currently getting 3 power. I would love to get 4 power.
Now, spend that reroll.
Yeah, we'll spend it. Got it.
Got it.
So that's, you block 1, I do 5. So you're
Taking 4.
taking 4.
And Zemo will go ahead and spend 2 for Counter-Strike, because he's about to die anyway.
Okay.
3.
That dazes him.
Zemo for the comeback.
At least he got 1 activation. 1 action.
He got 1 solid shot in there before.
Well, now what are you going to do? You don't have any targets over there.
Well, you can start by dropping that spider infected for me.
You can have that.
We'll drop that just right beside Zemo. And my turn. Alright, we're going to go with Killmonger now on the other side of the board. We're going to spend 3 for a Black Ops strike onto Medusa, so 7 dice physical. Hoping for some absurd rolls on this side of the table too. And I thought we got them, but it's just really good defense. Do get a total of 4.
That's not bad.
No stagger, unfortunately. And for those wondering why I didn't spend a power to make all those... wait, no. I can spend a power because it's not modifying dice. I'm going to spend a power and look at that roll again and make all those shields count as my successes instead of my hits. So looking back, there were 4 shields, 3 crits, and 1 hit and 1 skull. So spending that power gets me up to 7 successes, which I think is totally worth it.
Yeah, because I rolled 3 defense dice, and I get 1 block, and only have 3 health left. So
Yep, so regardless, those 4 shields turning into attacks will get me there. We will place within range 1 of Medusa. We'll just get up there so we're within one of the objective. And we'll try to take on Deadpool. Might as well. I do now have a kill counter, so I'll get one reroll against Deadpool. Just a 5 dice strike into him. Energy. Nope, and spending a power won't help this time, so just the 2. We'll get the reroll in. So total of 3.
I know karate. I block 1. Take 2.
Right, take 2. Killmonger. It's a little bit sad about that because Deadpool will literally just heal that at the end of his activation, but not much I can do about it. And I will spend 1 and try to flip it to my side again. So I've got 3, need 2 successes because Deadpool is still standing, and we get it this time. So that is another objective claim for the Cabal. And that is Killmonger done.
How much,
no.
How much energy does Killmonger have?
Killmonger now has 2 energy. And you know what? Bold of me, but I think it's necessary. I'm going to go ahead and medpack him, spending his last 2 power. Putting him to 5 remaining health on that side.
A wild and a hit on a bang shot on Killmonger. Let's see if we can hit one. It's a crit. I will...
No karate.
No karate.
And I guess you can see my roll before anything else. Blocks 3. Killmonger is full beast mode.
He is, yeah, he's blocking a lot.
So what's the result you need to get the bang?
I need a wild and a hit. I have a hit.
Do you want to re-roll the shield with the X-Force?
Might as well.
Gets a damage through, but no additional rolls.
Hooray, 1 damage. And then my second action, I will... God, your 4 physical defense is so gross. Yeah, we'll just stab him.
Stabby stab!
5 down physical. Cool. Well, I know karate. Hey, check it out. 2 hits.
2 hits. Only block 1 this time. So take 1 more.
Yep. I get 1 power off of that. Then I will spend 1 to contest the objective.
Yep. Need 2 results.
Only got 1.
Just got the 1.
And then I will spend my last 3 on sapping you for another 2 power.
Takes Killmonger down to 0 power, unfortunately. Okay. Well, from this point, it's just a bunch of my activations, so I'm going to just complete them all and then do a summary to save you guys some time. Well, since there are dice rolling, I figure it's worthwhile filming this part. So Viper's going to be the first activation. She's going to pick up the spider infected that was over here. She double moved to the objective over there, and she's going to spend a power, try to roll on the point. She gets it, and then some. Zemo is then going to pick up this one, and he's going to move double long to this objective. And here's where things actually get a little bit more important. Bob is going to run for his life. I don't think he can quite make it to the objective. And he's going to wind up short. But that's okay, Bob. We still love you. And Bob will end his activation right there. And so at the end of the round, I'm scoring all 4 of the secures, and I'm scoring 4 of the spiders. So I'm going to score 8 to Justin's 0, jumping from 7 to 15 as we go into round number 4. Alright guys, so as we head into round number 4 here, just looking at the board state and knowing that I only need to score 1 point and I currently control 8 points, it is very unlikely that Justin is going to be able to daze all 4 of my characters currently holding objectives, stop Bob and Sin from picking up those objectives, while also being able to move to these different points where Zemo and Viper are. So we're just going to call it here at the beginning of round 4.
Oh, that was bad. It got out of hand real quick. I had a really good second round. Dazed like 3 characters. I felt like I was clicking on all cylinders. I just did not see that plasma rifle card combined with the double activation from Sin and Crossbones that decimated my whole left flank. I ate my lunch there. It hurt real bad. And, once he had an 8-point round where he just leaped ahead from, 7 to 15 points, there was no coming back. And we looked it over, even max roll and perfect situation. I don't think I could have kept him from scoring all points. We called it early. Sorry about the short video, guys, but I think you understand. But next time I'll go.
Well, what a swing that game took. Justin had a really solid turn 2 coming back in points, as well as leaving most of my team flipped onto their injured sides. But apparently my turn 3 swing back was even more devastating. The 1-2 activation of Sin and Crossbones put Justin on the back foot, and Zemo getting really lucky on his Counter-Strike roll just kind of sealed the game. For anyone wondering, Justin did have Medpack available to use, but after attacking Zemo, Cabal had enough power to use a Scunny Sun, which would have healed him for quite a bit as well. And trying to take out Zemo's reroll innate power before using that attack was probably worth the risk, as he needed a really big play to balance that side of the board. And from there, things just kind of snowballed into a whole lot of points for me. So for those still watching, this might be a really good example of overkilling your opponent's models. Justin had already hampered my team quite a bit by dazing quite a few characters, but by giving me priority, he also gave me control of the game. Before I close, I want to say thank you to Tritex Games for being a sponsor of the Guild. It is because of them that I am able to do a monthly giveaway. All you need to do to enter is be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment down in the comments sections below. As well, if you're looking to pick up some of these new characters or some of the ones coming soon, if you order through Tritex Games and use the code TritexGGCP5 at checkout, it'll get you an extra 5% off. And 2 additional quick notes. Yes, that monthly giveaway usually would be happening right now, but because I'm out of town this week and already had this video just set up to launch, I'm going to go ahead and do the drawing in the next week's video, still be for the month of June. I just want to wait till the very last second for everybody to get a fair chance by commenting and all that kind of stuff. So if you're wondering about that, that's going to happen then. As well, I actually ordered my Amazing Spider-Man, Black Cat, and a couple of the Spider Foes from Tritex with the delays happening here in the US, and they got here within a week. So if you know you are wanting to pick up some of these characters in the US with the delays and stuff, Tritex gets them here quick. I also want, though, to thank the members of the Guild Hall for the support in what I am doing here. This extra support obviously helps the channel and what I am doing, and hopefully by extension is also helping the MCP community. There's all sorts of cool things coming up. We've got NashCon, which sold out super quick and I'm excited for. But all that to say, thank you so much for all that support. And for those who are watching, thank you. And until next time, keep on gaming.